Is the hype real? Kaustic Plastik, with collaboration of Infinite Studios, has just dropped their highly anticipated The Crow 1/6 scale action figure. So this is something that we all knew that was coming. The rumors were flying that this was going to be priced high. Spoiler, it is a high price. Is it worth it? We're going to take a look at this figure and see what it has to offer. Will you be pre-ordering it? What does this mean for 1/6 scale figures? The prices keep going higher and higher. When does it stop? We're going to try and find that out. So this figure just dropped today for pre-order on Sideshow, and it's already sold out in the #1 SKU. That would be the exclusive SKU. Of course it's exclusive. It's already gone. I'm sorry. Hopefully you jumped on it. So let's take a look at what the price was, because now you can only join the wait list. It was $690. We do have 4 different SKUs for this figure. We're going to go through all the setup, but starting off, we got to talk about $690. It used to be that statues were around that price. Now statues are climbing up to like $1,300, $1,500, and 6 scale posable figures are now $690. When does it stop? I don't know. Are you going to pre-order? Looks like you already have. So let's quickly roll through the different editions that are available for pre-order. Not the exclusive that's already sold out. We have the standard edition. Now, what sets this one apart for $380? That this one has sculpted hair with just a strand of actual wool hair coming across the face, but the rest is sculpted. Big difference, sculpted hair. Moving up to the next edition, it's the deluxe edition for $480. Now with this, what do you get? The same as the standard, but now you're getting that Tibetan, yeah, I said it, Tibetan wool rooted hair. That's what you get for the extra $100. Now, getting up to the penultimate, this one is the Deluxe Gold, sounding exclusive, but not quite. Deluxe Gold Edition. What does this one come with? Well, for your extra money of $580, another $100, you're going to get everything that you would have previously got with the other editions, with the addition of 2 tombstones and an additional crow sculpture that is perched. So now for the ultimate exclusive, it comes with everything I've already stated before. It's coming on top of all that with a diorama base of the circular window, and it's got some candles, and it also has a white face mask. The price is $690, already waitlisted. So some of the standout features of this Kaustic Plastik Crow 1/6 scale figure are going to be as follows. It is a handmade production. It does have rooted Tibetan lamb fur. Now forget wool hair. This is lamb fur. And it has a new technology that they're dubbing RCS. What is RCS? So they're stating that this is the Real Crystal's eye system. It is Kaustic Plastik's proprietary eye technology developed to push realism to the next level in 1/6 scale action figures. Thanks to specifically engineered structure, RCES actually recreates depth, transparency, and the natural curvature of the human cornea, delivering an unprecedented lifelike gaze. The result is striking visual realism that brings each character closer to reality, enhancing expression, presence, and emotional impact. So that's a lot of words to say. It's got cool eyes. We can see here on the right, we have a digital representation of what this has here. And they show that it does have a bulge for the cornea. It looks good, but take a look at what it actually ends up being. It does look a little bit when you get up too close, but from a decent distance, it looks good. One thing I did notice though, this is a pre-production version, and I know I'm not tripping, but you can see somebody's fingerprints in the glaze of the eye. So RCES, it sounds great, but we'll see. Now going back to the quality of the figures, all the features that it has for every single edition. Listen up, Hot Toys. This guy's coming with real leather. That's right, real leather, not leather, because please stop doing that. This is real leather jackets. Anything that looks like leather is leather. The jacket is leather. The pants are leather. The guitar that he comes with has a leather strap. A leather strap, okay? The stand is magnetic, and anything that appears to be a metal blade is indeed real metal. So let's take a look at the overview of this figure. So far, everything on the proportions looks fantastic. Now, there's a lot of hype involved with this figure, and expectations are high. I did see their Frankenstein that they came out with. I'm not really big into Frankenstein, but I saw something that was pretty amazing. So Hot Toys is definitely getting the run for the money, and even in art at this point, the competition is fierce for your dollars. Let's go ahead and take a look at the details of the tailoring. So, of course, this is the prototype, but the tailoring looks spot on. You have some holes in his chest from gunshots and wounds and things of that nature. He has the ring on his necklace, his cloth necklace, the bandages on his stomach. And of course, you could tell just by looking at this that these are indeed real leather pants. They look freaking fantastic. So taking a look at this Tibetan lamb fur, I can't say real rooted wool hair anymore because this is Tibetan lamb fur. It looks good. The strands are really tiny. I don't see anything too crazy. It looks like they're kind of going with the plastic on the hairline that they then glue in the fur, the Tibetan lamb fur. You could tell that's the way that they're doing it. I think that's the way everybody does it. I don't really think it's really like somebody in there with a needle punching into a silicone head. That's not happening. This is glued in, but it looks good. So he has that deadpan stare. You can see that they have the whites underneath the eyes, so the eyes are movable. And they've gotten kind of lucky with this one because his whole face is painted. Of course, it's the Crow, so you don't have to really worry about getting the right tone in the skin. So they kind of looked out on this one because everybody's gonna be saying it looks so accurate. Here is the overview of basically what every figure can be expected to come with. You have a base with a graphic on the top and a 3D logo in the front. We do have a guitar. As I stated before, it has a real leather strap. We have a shotgun, a katana with a real metal blade, 13 different hands, a chair, and a crow. It's the Crow. You gotta have the Crow. Here's what you could expect with that exclusive version. That would be the circular window shattered diorama base. Notice you have the candles at the bottom, which are stated to be magnetic. So those attach magnetically. Here we go. There is the white mask. Everything looks fantastic. That leather coat. You can see the grain in that leather coat. I got to give them props right off the bat on this prototype. The hands look on point. A lot of times they kind of just check out the hands and fix it later. But the hands, which are very important, one of the hardest things to master in all forms of artwork with the human anatomy, they nailed this so far. The hands look great. Now, if you go ahead and order the penultimate edition, the gold edition, here are those tombstones, Shelley Webster and Eric Draven with the perched crow. Another close-up of said crow and the tombstones. I think they could use a little bit more weathering on the tombstones, just a tad bit. They look a bit clean. That would be my only criticism. Now, if you happen to be one of the lucky people who got the exclusive with the diorama base, hopefully you have space for it. This thing is 15.9 inches tall, so I don't think that's going to fit into a detail. That's about the size of a Thanos, or like I have 1989 Batman and I can't even fit him in there with the gargoyle base. I got to take the gargoyle out. So this one may deserve, especially at this price point, a special case. You may need it too. Here are the candles, which are magnetic. I would like to take a special note of the burnt wicks. So that's pretty good. Some shattered pieces of glass and that face mask. Yeah, that looks good. The weathering on the face mask is good. I want to see that brought to the tombstones though. And here's the man, Brandon Lee, standing in front of the window, the shattered glass circular window with the real metal blade katana. Yeah, this is, if you're a Crow fan and you happen to collect 1/6 scale figures, there's no question. You got to order this. You got to order this thing. Here we have the Crow standing on that base. You can see that the base is magnetic. So Hot Toys is kind of getting left behind in their so-called premium artisan line. It's seeming nowadays not to feel that artisan, does it? They got to start offering more. This is too much competition for them to call it artisan. and just give you plastic base with no magnetic feature. None of the extra features that we're seeing here with real leather. I know the T800 just came out with real leather, but they need to employ that amongst all their figures. But this is not a video about Hot Toys, but I'm just saying, Hot Toys, get it together. Some details of the shattered glass on the circular window. Look at that detail. Look at the water marks, the water stains. That's pretty good. Now, I think this is going to be one of the sculpted hands that a lot of people are going to use. Here he is with the wound in his hand. Not too interesting, but let's highlight this. The chair. Now, this chair is not real leather. That'd be next level if they'd made the chair leather too, right? But no, this is just sculpted plastic, you could tell. But it looks good. It looks good. All right, so let's say you're not the biggest Crow fan in the world, but you want to pick up this figure, spending the least amount of money. How does that sculpted head sculpt look? So here it is. Now, as I told you guys earlier, you have that one strand that comes across the face that is actual real lamb fur, and the rest is sculpted, but it looks good. And having that one piece in front of the face sells the illusion that this is real hair. I have no problems with it. It seems to be about on par with Hot Toy sculpting, maybe a little bit less, but it's good. It's acceptable. This is an amazing shot of him sitting in the chair. This one is going to be a figure I don't think is going to, all levels of it, I don't think they're going to sit. So if you want this figure, my recommendation is you're going to need to order this figure, because I don't think you can sit on this one. To this day, if you walk into like a Hot Topic or something like that, you're going to see merchandise for the Crow. This guy is not going anywhere. People are going to be talking and watching the Crow decades from now, 20, 30 years. So you're going to have people picking up this figure. It may be their first 1/6 scale figure, and maybe their only 1/6 scale figure. That's how popular I think this property is. I think this figure is going to go. I think this figure is going to sell out in all the different editions, no doubt about it. I don't think this is going to be something that's going to be sitting on Sideshow site, you know, for a year after release. I don't think you're going to see this one on a Christmas discount. Now, talking about the prices of things, it's no secret the price of everything is going up. I am not personally surprised in the least bit. I think now that the exclusive version sold out at this high of a price, what does this tell you if you're Hot Toys or the other 1/6 scale figure manufacturers? We thought we were high. Maybe we weren't high enough. If we have the right property, they're willing to pay $700. So welcome to the new normal. $700 ultimate figures are here. You will see more of it. I can guarantee you that. But the question for you, is it worth it? You gotta let me know in the comments below. I'll be interested to see what everybody thinks. So thank you for watching the video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.